right, boys, you guys know it's already time for that top 10 running backs. I actually waited a while on this one until we got a couple more, and there's been a couple guys that have dropped. Obviously, there's a lot of X factors that dominate a list like this, but there are guys that have came out that are very, very good and very fun cards to use this time of the year that are at the running back position. But if you guys enjoy gameplays, I do top 10s as well. Make sure to hit that like and hit that sub, boys. We're on that road to 40,000 subscribers. I also stream every single day at 1 p.m. Eastern. Come say what's up on Twitch. But other than that, let's get right into the 10. Before we start today's video, I wanted to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, mutpacks.com. You can click the link down below and open exciting packs, win tons of coins, and withdraw your account right away. You could use promo code CHEW for 15% off. Lastly, when you sign up down below, you can get a free 10,000 coin pack as well. Before we get into the top 10, I always like to show you guys how deep these positions are late in the year. You can see, remember, if a card's not in the top 10, that does not mean the card's bad. It's very hard to rank these perfectly. Everybody has different play styles. Everybody runs a certain way. You know what I mean. We all know what I mean. But there's a lot of very good cards. I think my biggest honorable mention, though, that won't be making the list has been Tony Pollard for me. I've heard a lot of really good things about him. I know he gets every team chem, but that doesn't really matter anymore because everyone gets 99 speed anyway, so there's just really getting no extra boosts that actually matter. But he actually has good stats, though. He has really good excel. He has a really good animation base. He has solid abilities, too. Really good catching. I just think I would lean the other guys a little bit before, but he is my number 11. I think he's very interchangeable with their number 10, but like I said, if you guys are mentioning Tony Pollard, that's probably my biggest honorable mention for today's video. So at number 10, we do have Priest Holmes, and I think Priest Holmes is one that definitely went overlooked because on the same day he came out, also Barry Sanders came out, the 99. Priest Holmes is basically like a baby Barry Sanders, though. When you look at him, they have the same kind of build. They're smaller running backs, but the smaller running backs are actually very good this year because they get the best animations. They don't get bumped at the line of scrimmage, and you get a lot of free shots you wouldn't do with like a guy like Quad Father Derrick Henry, you know what I mean? But with a guy like him, you do have to have a little bit more stick work, but if you do have it, you can capitalize and make this card a much better card than number 10. But 99 speed on him. Everybody has 99 speed on this list with these strat cards, and the Easter strat card still works. So yes, everybody has 99 speed currently. He has really good excel, agility is all good right there. But when you look at down here, this is what I love right now. 90 catching is amazing. Very, very good. But the thing I like about him versus Tony Pollard, I know he's like a little bit shorter, but I actually, like I said, I think the short guys have played very well this year. Like, I really do. I think that you could change him and Pollard out respectfully. They're both very good. But he also does get human joystick for 0, which is, it actually works this year on next gen. I swear it's been a lot better this year. Last year was like non-existent. It's not like OP like it was in the past, but it's very good. You could definitely feel it when you're turning the corner and stuff. But Priest Holmes, a very good card, very small. And then you also get like short in for 1. You can get the human joystick. He's definitely a good card in the game right now. Underrated running back at number 10 here. So number 9, I have another guy that I would probably consider underrated. Breece Hall, another one that you never see out there, and I do think it has to do with the price. I mean, the weekly wild cards are always overpriced, but when you look at him, he's actually a bigger running back. Like, he's 220 pounds. I know he's 5'11", so not the tallest, but he's 220 pounds, and he's getting to get you 99 speed, 99 excel on any team, and then he has really good agility right there too, and then he's like the most balanced card ever. He has 99 carrying too, so maxed out carrying. You don't even need a boost right there. He has 98 change of direction, which is nuts. And then when you look at the trucking, 95, and then he also has catching on top of that, so you're maxed out at everything you need ball carrier wise, and then you get 82 catching on top of it, and he has solid abilities as well. You can get that short in for 0 or human joystick for 1. Obviously you want to always use a 0 AP ability, so definitely use the short in here. You could even get human joystick up here and then bruiser, so really solid right here. I think there are like a little bit lackluster running backs when we're looking at abilities. Obviously, we only have a couple of them with 2 0 AP abilities or the X factors. So these guys towards the bottom of the 10 kind of feel like meh compared to the top 5, top 6 guys, but he's still a solid card. At number 8, we do have Emmett Smith, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Emmett Smith was probably my least like enjoyable running back I've used on this list, but I have had him beat me many times. I've heard a lot of good things about him. Maybe you have bad runs with cards. I can admit it. I've played this game long enough where I've had bad runs with cards and everybody else loved the card. It happens in Madden. Some guys just don't fit how you play, but he's another guy that is 5'9", but I don't know what it is with him. I think it has to do with the excel. I feel like you kind of do got to play a little bit more different with him. He kind of feels more of a power back, if that makes sense out there, compared to like a guy like Barry Sanders, Marshall Faulk, or Priest Holmes that are also smaller running backs. But he is technically a receiving back, so you are getting 88 catching right here. He has 89 shore out running, which is really solid for running back, 87 catch in traffic too. And then obviously all these stats right here are amazing. 98 break tackle, 96 trucking. But when we come down to abilities, only getting 1 0 AP, like I said, a lot of these cards have been kind of like meh lately. They've all kind of been like similar, but the running back is one that you can mix it up really well. He does get human joystick for 0. Route tech out the backfield, I will say, feels a lot better than short in. I love route tech out the backfield. It has been amazing. For my wide receivers, I do prefer short in, but out the backfield, route tech just lights up. So my pretty much best stack, I would say, is either evasive and human joystick, and then that route tech right here. I love it. I absolutely love that stack on Emmett. But like I said, he didn't perform too well for me, but I know how good this card can be. I just, you know, there's days where you just can't run the ball in this game. Number 6, we do have James Conner, and this is another one of those running backs that I think is very underrated. So you're looking at a power back that is definitely a receiving back as well. So you're looking at a receiving back that is very heavy, and he's going to fall forward, right? 233 pounds, and then, like I said, archetype receiving back on him. He has 90 catching, so a 230-pound running back with 90 catching right here. He kind of feels like a reincarnated Keith Byers, if that makes sense. He's amazing at everything. He has really good route running, too. 88 short, 81 medium for a running back's good. 86 catch in traffic, and then you got, like I said, the power back stats. 99 trucking. You have 98 break tackle. He even has good change direction for a bigger guy. 94 change direction as well. I loved this card when I first played with him too. I know James Conner doesn't bring all the name value to it. I know a lot of people don't mess with the name, whatever. He's good. He's a very good card. If you want to look it up and like kind of switch up your players, that's how I have fun this late in the year, is switching up guys and using new cards that I would never use before. James Conner is one of those guys you got to go try out. This dude's a beast. He also does get solid abilities. You tank for 1 AP and short in for 0. Or if you want to go full bruiser, you could go 0 AP bruiser and 1 AP tank and go just power back style. He could play in the run game. He's really good in the pass game. Very good card right here. At number 6, I have Josh Jacobs, and I might have said number 6 for James Conner. I'm not too sure. I think I did now that I look at it, but Josh Jacobs is our number 6. James Conner is our number 7. But the reason why Josh Jacobs here, although I don't like his physical stats too much, 96 excel is not the best, and 93 agility is definitely not the best. He is a power back, which does help. He has 75 catching, which is another one that's not that ugly, or not that good. It's pretty ugly this late in the year. He has amazing stats, though. 98 trucking, 98 break tackle, but the reason why James Conner makes... I can't talk today. The reason why Josh Jacobs makes this list is because game changers get 2 0 AP abilities. As you know, he is one of the, there's actually only 2 guys on this list that get it, and he is one of them. And he does get tank for free and short and elite for free. And then you could pick one other 1 AP ability. You could use human joystick on top of that. You could use bruiser, whatever you want to do. 2 0 AP abilities, and one of them being a route running ability, and one of them being tank, which is probably the best running back ability in the game because of the abilities it counters, like avalanche, enforcer, and all that. Josh Jacobs, a beast, man. I think the only thing really holding him back, like, he could be much higher, but yeah, those physical stats are pretty putrid out there. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think he performs that well animation based. He's more of a downhill guy, but it's nice to have abilities. This game is ability based. So moving into our top 5, we do have Marshall Faulk. And if you watch the Marshall Faulk gameplay, you would probably think that I have this guy ranked number 1. I do admit that was probably my best gameplay of the year. He is 99 speed, 97 excel, 99 agility, but it's so hard to put him over the broken guys. You guys know exactly who I'm talking about. It's disgusting, but, you know, it ruined the running back rankings, I think, for the rest of the year. That's what it kind of feels like at this rate. Even when golden tickets come out, I feel it's going to be that way. But when you look at Marshall Faulk, he's basically Barry Sanders, but the reason why I don't have him over Barry is because he only gets 1 0 AP ability and Barry gets 2. That's literally what it is. I mean, there's not much more of an explanation to put there. He's an amazing card. He really is. He's basically Barry Sanders. The same exact build. They both play the exact same way. He also does get good abilities, though. He will get you human joystick for 0. You can even get playmaker, evasive, and then you get route tech as well, which I loved on him using the entire day yesterday and also Saturday. Marshall Faulk, a very good card in the game. Just like I said, the running back position is very tough to rank. I think he'd probably be like 1 or 2 if we didn't have the X factors, but yeah, he finds himself at 5 in today's day. Number 4, in my opinion, the best running back in the game when you don't look at X factors and you're not using them. I know the X factors are the best. I know they are as a Madden player. I like using non-X factors. I don't know what it is. I think it's just, I know it sounds like hating, but I feel like it's more rewarding when you get a good play with like a guy like Barry Sanders. Like, it feels so good when you juke out everybody with him instead of like running stray and breaking a tackle on its own. It's like a crutch almost. But Barry Sanders has made the game very fun for me. This, if you're looking to spice up Madden, Barry is the most fun card in the game right now, in my personal opinion. He has the best juke animations. He also gets really good spins. If you guys do not know, you also get a speed boost at the right stick. I feel like nobody knows that in the game. He also does have 99 speed, 99 excel, 99 99 agility, really good stats across the board too. 88 catching on a Barry card is usually really good too. I think he usually gets cheated on catching in past Maddens, but good catching, good carrying, good everything. And then, like I said, 0 AP abilities. So he has evasive built in, so you're gonna get faster jukes. And then you'll get another 0 AP ability, which is gonna be like human joystick, backfield master, any of these things. And then you can put another 1 AP ability on him. So basically he's like a Josh Jacobs, but much better. That's literally what he is. And like I said, if you're not using the X Factors, you're playing some, I don't know, different football. I guess if you're bored of like the cards that have the X Factors, Barry's the guy you want to have on your field, 100%. All right, boys, at number 3, I do have AJ Dillon and King Henry. And ever since I've started doing these lists, I always put these guys in the same category because I want to make these lists a little bit more fun. Obviously, I could put Quadfather at 3, put King Henry at 4, and then drop another guy out the list. But these guys have been in the game so long. I do think Quadfather is better, but I just want to have more room. And like, I really hate ranking the X Factor guys because it feels like so mind-numbing ranking them. So I kind of just threw them in the same tab. Although if I had to choose one, I'd probably go Quad. I think his X Factor's still the best. But once his X Factor's off, I think Quadfather's one of the worst running backs in the game. I think he's, or at least like viable running backs. Usually people that run Quadfather have a backup X Factor anyways, but yeah, I think King Henry's a little bit better AP wise. He's bigger also. He feels a lot better without the X Factor, but Quadfather has the one that stays on basically the entire game. It's hard not to have him if you're a big runner in the game right now, but yeah, I threw them both in the same tab so we can include another guy at that number 10 spot. Number 2, we have Gus the Bus, and I know Gus the Bus does not have the X Factor like Quad, but like I said, I think Gus the Bus, if you have the X Factor off, he feels 10 times, maybe even 20 times better than Quadfather. I really do think this card feels amazing without it. He also does have really good speed, excel, agility all across the board. You're getting a good build too. Although you're not an air trucker, you're still heavy. You're at 238 right there. He has really good stats too. 84 catching as well, which is really nice for running back. Really good stats across the board. And then the X Factor, not really much. We got to talk about these guys. Oh, and also, yes, he does get better abilities across the board too, which is crazy. You can see right here, he gets 2 0 AP abilities. I did not know that. I actually did not know that he got 2 0 AP. Did anybody know that? Or is this a mistake? I swear I did not know that. He gets Backfield Master for free and Bruiser. I mean, that's kind of nuts. I'm not going to lie to you. And then you can put Tank for one. Did anybody else know that? Does he actually get 2 0 AP abilities? Dang, I did not know that. Gus the Bus is actually like really good. I do like the number 1 guy though a little bit more. I feel like I think he's number 1 by far in my opinion, but Gus the Bus right here, this dude's elite, especially now that I know he gets 2 0 AP. I'm definitely taking him over Quad and Henry. Number 1, I think you guys all knew it was coming. Cordero Patterson does have the X Factor, but he has the better version. If you guys do not know, the Phenom is a different X Factor right here than the Freight Train. You can see it right here. Phenom basically is Freight Train, but it works after the catch as well. And Cordero has way better animations than all the other big guys because they're all power backs, so he's getting the better juke. You're getting a lot better receiving back out the backfield. You're getting a 6'2" guy with 93 catching, 94 short out running, 93 medium, and a 97 deep. No other running back has more than one, I think, besides Keith Byers in the game above 90. He has all 3 of them above 90, which is insane. You could even play him at receiver, and Phenom will still work because it works after the catch. I think he's the most versatile card. Like I said, animations, if he gets turned off, he still is the top 3 running back in the game anime. Honestly, if I had to rank these cards all without the X Factors, my number 1 or my number 3 would probably be Flash, and then Marshall Faulk, and then 1 Barry. I still think he's one of the best running backs in the game without it. That's what makes this card more valuable to the game. I also think like if you can master your stick work, like a lot of people have with Flash, that makes him a lot better of a card as well. He has to be number 1 for me. All right, boys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know how many running backs or which running back are you using right now. I'm currently using Barry. I loved Marshall Faulk, but yeah, a mil for a running back. I'll definitely keep that off the team. But Barry Sanders having the most fun. Let me know who you guys are rocking. Who got snubbed from the list? Who's too high? Let me know in the comments. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.